George Kirkpatrick in space for the nation, celebrating people we feel good about. We are here with Vicki Brackens. Vicki Brackens is the president of Brackens Financial Solutions Network, LLC, and a registered representative of LPL Financial, member SIPC. We are here at the Central New York Black History Month Jazz Cabaret. Vicki, it's so good to be here with you.
Wonderful.
We on location, baby.
Exactly. That's what we put in the record. We're going to do location.
We on location.
All right, and this is our 16th annual event. And as you know, one of the reasons that we decided that we really wanted to support this event was to make sure that we had an opportunity to brand and connect Brackens Financial Solutions Network with an effort that really spoke to the needs, wants, and desires concerning the Black community within Syracuse.
Yes, this is a mission that you've always had, and because you're bringing entertainment, you're bringing the arts, you're really bringing attention to an underserved community, and this is why we love this event so much.
Oh, I love this event a lot. I can't believe after 16 years we're still doing this. In fact, if you think about the history of this, George, we actually started before the hotel was redone.
Yes.
Over in the Parisian Terrace. It was freezing.
Yes.
Absolutely freezing, and we closed out the hotel. But coming back here over the last 5 years for this event has been really special for us. What I really appreciate, though, is the way that all of the individuals here in Syracuse, across the board, in fact, across the country, because we now have people coming in from Chicago and New York and so forth, have supported this event throughout.
And it sells out every year. And also what's nice is that it brings in a diverse crowd, people from all walks of life, because music has that way of bringing people together. And this is also about financial literacy and zero no more.
Zero no more. We started that conversation.
Right, building wealth in our community, in all communities, but in particularly in the African American community. Speak to that, because we did a show not too long ago with a very troubling statistic from Black Enterprise, and so talk about that.
We got that statistic from Black Enterprise that by 2030, that we were actually going to be looking at a possible zero net worth statement as far as the African American community was concerned. I disagree.
Right.
As you know, I disagreed on air.
That's right.
But that is what the statistics supposedly are saying. But what we wanted to make sure of is that with this event and also with everything that Brackens Financial Solutions Network has been doing over the last, can you believe it, 34 years.
34 years.
Here in Syracuse, is to talk about issues around generational wealth, to work with individual families and corporations and businesses to make sure that the financial well-being of their employees is being addressed, to make sure that through events like this and other things that we do, America's Money Maven.
Talk to me.
Every Sunday morning, on Power 620, that we are addressing the issues around not going through what I call the process of zero no more, starting each generation at zero and trying to rebuild continually. In fact, the fact that we are looking at institutional building,
right?
Because an organization like Brackens, in order for this to really matter, we have to build an institutional legacy of transfer. So I've said to everyone, if you are in the area and you feel like you want to learn more about this career, call us, area code 315-930-4499, so that we can have a conversation about what's required as far as education, experience, etc., in order to become a financial services professional.
And this is the thing. You don't have to be worried about what you know right now, because the beautiful thing about all of this is that there's training available, and we've been talking about this. Look, get on that info at BrackensFSN.com.
Info at BrackensFSN.com.
And send us a note, send us a resume, and let's start the conversation.
Let's start the conversation. In fact, I'm glad you said about training, because two of the individuals who are here with us tonight who are actually interns.
Yes.
Who've been with us for the last 2 years. One's at the University of Albany, that's Elion, and one at Syracuse University, that's Christopher, have started that process of training while still in school. And we're quite willing to have conversations around an avenue like that.
And they're both persons of color, which is really important, because we need to see more diverse faces, more diverse representation in this industry. We're well underrepresented.
I'm so sorry to have to say this, but it's 3%.
Okay.
3% is not going to cut it as far as what's necessary in order for us to have conversations that are culturally competent, culturally significant, and speak to the issues within our communities as far as growing wealth for the future.
Vicki, speak to me about why this financial literacy, wealth building, wealth generation has been such a passion of yours. And it goes beyond that. It's not just wealth generation, but you're also concerned about the community and our preparation for the opportunities to come.
Well, one of the things that we neglect to really hone in on is that the realization and actualization of human capital, which is what we are, translated into finance, if we don't capture that, then we are actually placing ourselves in a position that we will never, ever prosper to the point that we really should. So I have looked at this over the years and been saddened at times.
Sure.
You know, we've had arguments about whether or not we're going to make the progress that we need, because we are not coalescing around this issue enough.
Yeah, and finally, one of the things that you've also been concerned about, even from your vantage point, is us being prepared for all of the opportunities. Last week on the show, we talked about, you gave us a step by step, right?
I went through last week everything that has happened over the last year since the CHIPS Act has been implemented and passed there in Congress. Both the CHIPS and Green CHIPS Act, both in New York and in the federal government, as far as what's happening with Micron coming in, the $100 billion. Well, it started out as $50 billion. It's now up to $230 billion, but there have been several instances here in Syracuse, which we talked about from the beginning, where follow-on funding is taking place. But it's not just the funding that I'm concerned about. It's the fact that this type of revenue, this type of growth is coming through Syracuse for the next 20 years, but I don't see an uptick in the African American community, in the BIPOC community, where we are reaching out to get trained and to participate in those areas that are necessary in order for us to grow and prosper through this process.
Let's remind people of how to get in touch with you.
Well, area code, let's do it. Area code 315-930-4499 or at info@brackensfsn.com. Please make sure that you write that down. And if you have an opportunity on Sunday mornings to reach out and watch us on Power 620, Inspiration for the Nation with George Kilpatrick, America's Money Maven.
That's Vicki Brackens, president of Brackens Financial Solutions Network, LLC, and the registered representative of LPL Financial, member SIPC. Guess what? You know what's up? She is America's Money Maven.
All right.